Barack Obama was elected the 44th President of the United States in 2008, becoming the first African American to hold the office. For most of his presidency, Obama faced Republican opposition to almost all of his proposals. Nevertheless, he was still able to fulfill some of his biggest campaign promises, which included ending the Iraq War and reforming the country's healthcare system. Obama was born in Hawaii to a white American mother and a black Kenyan father. His parents divorced when he was young, and his mother later married an Indonesian man. When Barack was 6, the family moved to Jakarta. After 4 years in Indonesia, he returned to Hawaii to attend American schools. Obama considers the diversity of cultures he experienced during his childhood to be an important part of his identity. Obama attended Harvard Law School and then moved to Chicago, where he taught law and organized voter registration drives. In 1996, he won a seat in the Illinois Senate, and in 2004, he was elected to represent Illinois in the U.S. Senate. During his 2004 campaign, he delivered a speech at the Democratic National Convention that propelled him to the national stage. He spoke of one America, connected beyond political, cultural, and geographic differences. During his Senate term, Obama decided to run for president. His campaign promised hope and change, seeking an end to bitter political divisions. This message earned Obama a strong following, especially among young and minority voters. In 2008, Obama won the presidency with more than 2/3 of the electoral vote.
This is our time to put our people back to work and open doors of opportunity for our kids, to restore prosperity and promote the cause of peace, to reclaim the American dream and reaffirm that fundamental truth that out of many we are one, that while we breathe, we hope, and where we are met with cynicism and doubt and those who tell us that we can't, we will respond with that timeless creed that sums up the spirit of a people. Yes, we can.
Obama's first priority as president was dealing with the Great Recession, an economic crisis that cost many Americans their homes, jobs, and savings. Obama pushed through Congress a massive stimulus package that pumped hundreds of billions of dollars into the economy. Although economists have debated the impact of the stimulus, by late 2009, the U.S. economy was on the path to recovery. Another key issue for Obama was healthcare reform. In 2010, Obama signed the Patient Protection and Affordable Care Act, commonly known as Obamacare. This historic bill was designed to make health insurance less costly and easier to get. In the 10 years after the law was passed, more than 20 million previously uninsured Americans obtained coverage through Obamacare. A foreign policy milestone of Obama's presidency was the end of the Iraq War. The war had begun in 2003 under President George W. Bush and had grown increasingly unpopular with the American people. The United States ended its combat mission in Iraq in 2010 and withdrew the last of its troops in 2011. Meanwhile, Obama shifted the focus of U.S. military efforts to the country's other long-standing war. In Afghanistan, U.S. troops had been fighting a group called the Taliban and its allies in the terrorist group Al-Qaeda since shortly after the September 11 attacks of 2001. The United States achieved one of its key objectives of the war when Special Forces killed Al-Qaeda leader Osama bin Laden in Pakistan in 2011. Obama was re-elected in 2012. By that time, both the American people and Congress were deeply divided along party lines. The Republicans had won control of the House of Representatives and gained several Senate seats in 2010, making it difficult for Obama to get his priorities through Congress. Obama supported a bill that would have given some undocumented immigrants an opportunity to become U.S. citizens. The bill died in Congress. Obama also called for new gun control laws, especially after 20 children and 6 adults were killed in a mass shooting at Sandy Hook Elementary School in Connecticut. Again, Congress failed to act. In the face of this resistance, Obama turned to executive orders, which do not require the approval of Congress to take action on immigration, gun control, and other issues. In his second term, Obama again had to respond to turmoil in the Middle East when a terrorist group known as the Islamic State seized territory in Iraq and Syria. The United States led an alliance of countries in a campaign of airstrikes that eventually helped defeat the group. Obama also achieved 2 diplomatic breakthroughs in his second term. A historic agreement in 2015 put limits on Iran's nuclear program in exchange for the reduction of economic sanctions against the country. In 2016, Obama became the first sitting U.S. president to visit Cuba in more than 80 years. Obama left office in 2017 on a high note, with almost 60% of Americans approving of his performance as president.